Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to look at the basics of bit manipulation, everything that we need to solve bit questions that are asked in interviews. Okay, I'm going to give some tips at the end of this video, so if you already know the basics, you can skip over the first few minutes. Okay, let's get started. Let's take a number 6 for example. How do you write the binary representation if a number is given to you? All you have to do is divide the number by 2. Something like prime factorization, but you have to always divide by 2. Alright, so 2 3s are 6 and you have to write the remainder in this column. Remainder is 0. 2 1s are 2. Remainder is 1. When you reach a 1 in the end, you have to stop. And then you have to write these bits in this direction. So 1 1 0. Alright, so we can say that the binary representation of 6 is 1 1 0. But can you tell me why we divided by 2 and not any other number? That is because 2 is the number where if you divide any number by 2, you will get 0 or 1 as the remainder. And that's what bits are all about, right? It's about 1 and 0. Okay, so now if you are given the binary representation, how do you get the number back? For that, what you have to do is you have to write increasing powers of 2. In this way, if there were more numbers, it would go on 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 5 and so on. Now what you have to do is, you have to multiply these numbers and keep adding them. So 2 to the power 0 is 1, 1 into 0 is 0, plus 2 into 1, plus 2, plus 4. So this gives us 6. So now we are convinced, right? We started with 6, we found the binary representation and then we got the number back. Okay, now let's understand these bitwise operations. We'll first move to AND. Remember one thing, when I say 2 and 3, this one AND implies that there is a bitwise operation between these two. However, if I say 2 and 3, what this means is, this is logical AND, this is different. This means the right side and left side, if both are true, then the expression will evaluate to true. So this is something different. Okay. So 2 and 3, how do we evaluate this? We already know the binary representation of these numbers, it's 1 0. Binary representation of 3 is 1 1. And you have to do AND, bitwise AND. For AND, right, if both the bits are 1, only then the result is 1, otherwise it's 0. So 0 and 1 is 0, 1 and 1 is 1. Alright, now let's understand bitwise OR. So we have 2 and 3, okay, 2 or 3, we'll take it as the example. 1 0 1 1. If I were to do bitwise OR, what that means is, if either of the bits is 1, then the result is 1, otherwise it's 0. So therefore 1 1. Therefore only if both the bits are 0, only then it evaluates to 0. Alright, okay, now let's look at XOR. 2 XOR 3. XOR is basically exclusive OR. So only if both the bits are different, that is one of them is 1, other one is 0, then it evaluates to 1, otherwise it evaluates to 0. Okay, so now we are clear with OR and XOR. Now we will look at left shift and right shift. Okay, 2 left shift by 2 digits. Understand one thing. The first number that I write here is the one whose I have to write binary representation, which is 1 0. The second number, right, it has nothing to do with bits. What it's saying is, I want to left shift this number right here by 2 digits. Okay, so what that means, I have this number, I want to left shift. Left is what? Shifted that side. I want to left shift this number by 2 digits. That means if they left shift, there will be 2 empty spaces left here, right? Because you have shifted them. So what you have to do is you have to append zeros here. And the value of this binary number, binary bits here is 8. Okay. If I were to do right shift, 2 right shift by 2. What right shift means is you have to shift it to the right. When you shift the number, when you shift the bits to right, they drop off. What that means is, I have 1 0, I want to right shift it by 2 bits, right? So this will drop off, this will drop off, and I'll be left with 0. So 2 right shift 2 times actually evaluates to 0. But what if I did something like 2 right shift by 1 digit? What would that mean? 1 0. I'm doing right shift only once, so 0 will drop off, so I'll be left with 1, and 1 bit evaluates to the number 1. Okay, because 2 to the power 0 is 1, right? So for summary, we can say that if I have left shift, then I have to append whatever is the number, those many zeros I have to append. Okay, and if it is a right shift, then I have to drop these many digits from the binary representation of this. So I'm going to give you some tips which can help you solve problems in bits in an easy way. So first thing is, if you are asked to find if a number is power of 2, how do you do it? If you don't know about bits, how you're going to do is you're going to keep iteratively dividing the number by 2 and checking that the remainder is 0, and you keep dividing it by 2. In the end, if you reach 1, that means the number is a power of 2. The time complexity for that is log n, right? But then how can we do it in a better way? So you have to notice one thing here. Whenever a number is a power of 2, there will be exactly one set bit in the number. What does that mean? If you look at the binary representation of 8, 8 is a power of 2, right? It's 1 0 0 0. There's only one bit which is set, others all are 0. You can take any number for that matter. You can take 4, it's 1 0 0, 2 is 1 0. Therefore, always the leftmost bit is set and everything else is 0. The leftmost bit is set, that's the rule. So how can you use this fact to solve whether a number is power of 2? If you see, this is binary representation of 8, right? What is the binary representation of 7? It's 0 1 1 1. Of 3, it's 1 1. Of 2, it's 1. Of 1, it's 1. So this is the binary representation of 1, this is of 3, and this is of 7. What is this? N minus 1, n minus 1, right? Now, what operation can I do on these so that I always receive the same result? If I do bitwise AND, I'm always going to get 0. Why? Because these digits are always different. They are like complement of each other, right? So AND is always going to give me 0 in all cases. Therefore, I can say that n and n minus 1, if the result is 0, then the number is a power of 2. Easy, right? That's how bits can make your life easy. Of course, there will be some corner edge cases like you have to check if, n is greater than 0. Let's take an example and solve this problem. We'll take 10 as the example. The binary representation of 10 is 1 0 1 0. We are going to evaluate n and n minus 1 here. N minus 1 is what? It's 9. The binary representation of 9 is 1 0 0 1. If I do AND, I'm going to get 0 0 0 1. Okay. Now with the result of this, I'm going to XOR the result of this with n itself. What is n? It's 10, right? So if I do 1 0 0, which is n and n minus 1, I want to XOR it with n. N is what? 10, right? 1 0 1 0. If I XOR 0 1 0 0, do you see that we got the rightmost bit as set and everything else is 0? So we can remember this, right? This is going to give us the rightmost bit as 1 and everything else is 0. That's it in this video, guys. We learned 2 tips today. N and n minus 1 evaluates to 0 if n is the power of 2. This expression will give us the rightmost bit set. And also notice one thing, n and n minus 1 is 0, right? We learned that here if n is power of 2, then this expression is 0. And if we XOR it with n, it will give us n itself. So it also tells us that the rightmost bit is set if the number n is power of 2. So this is actually true.